Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Plan Path Educational Consult. Your choice hub for learnings, for education, everything learnings. We sell books, we do teachers training, mental health trainings at your offices, we do instructional materials with governments, with companies, and then we talk about topical issues in education, our podcast on our YouTube channel. We're just a choice hub, your choice brand to work with on everything education. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about separating fact from fiction about the science of reading. Separating fact from fiction about the science of reading. Separating fact from fiction about the science of reading. If you are new here, you've not liked our channel, why are you doing like that? Please like, subscribe, comment, share with other people, press notification bell. You got what I'm trying to say. Follow us. No silent followers, please. We don't want silent disciples. Make sure you're following. So today, sometimes and reading is something I'm very passionate about. I think at every place I've spoken, I always say that my dad used to use bags of semu to buy books for us. We always had books in my house. Even here, as a married person, I have books. Reading is something that is fundamental, a fundamental part of me. If I'm to review books, right, for the next how many years, and if I'm not reading anything new, if I sit down here, I remember books I've read before that I can reread again and review them on the podcast. That's to tell you how many books I've read, you understand? So, what I want to say today, right, to you right now is that if you're a parent, if you're a young adult, if you're a student, or if you're just anybody that, I always tell people, you don't want your brain cells to die. You don't want your brain cells, you don't want to know how it is for adults, for elderly people that their brains are having issues, neuro issues, you understand? Maybe all this, they cannot remember how, Jesus, my pronunciation of times, like they can't remember things, you know. You will not, you cannot appreciate, you can't appreciate the reading. Reading is very important, and that's something I want us to incorporate. Like passionately, I want you to buy books for your kids. If you buy shawarma, 3K shawarma. If you want to buy a book, at least for young children, at least 3K will buy you at least one or two books that you can read for those children. And they will always have it and they will enjoy it to read. Reading is a very important thing that I want us to pay attention to this year. It will help us. So I want to read 4 facts and fictions of reading, you understand? Number one fiction is that the science of reading is just one program, curriculum, or instructional approach. That's very wrong. The phrase, the science of reading is a broad term that refers to 50 plus years of research across discipline, education, psychology, linguistics, neuroscience, sociology, speech and language pathology, and more, even nutrition self. It is about how children learn strong reading and writing skills. Finding these practices and principles from the science of reading can and should inform the work of those who plan and implement literacy instruction in school districts. Very important. So the science of reading is broad. So it's not because at some point I didn't want to sell books, because until people started asking me and I couldn't just avoid it again. And it's not like it's a very lucrative business. Because when you tell people that they should read, their kids should read, it almost feels like because you want them to buy book for your kids, and like, I don't understand from where to where. I'm helping you. You're saying, you're thinking like because I'm collecting money from you. Beg, please. So reading is a very important thing for children. Reading is very important because it can help, like what you do for a child, reading, even their public speaking. A parent asks me, or a few parents ask me, public speaking, children, confidence, let them read. Reading is it won't solve all the problems, but it's a good thing that cuts across a lot of things. Okay. So if another fiction is that the science of reading suggests that reading instruction should teach skills in isolation. That's not possible. Effective literacy instruction incorporates a range of pedagogical approaches, from isolated practice to integrated application. The aim is to develop foundational word reading skills and competencies while also cultivating critical thinking and building background knowledge to promote reading comprehension. Very important. Another fiction is that the science of reading promotes literacy instruction for kids that focus solely on phonics and decoding skills. That's not true now. Explicit and direct phonics instruction, where learners are taught the sound that letters or sets of letters make, is vital in early grade, yes. But also, educators should be careful not to overdo phonics. About 20 to 30 minutes a day is ideal. Instruction in reading, comprehension, and oral language is equally important. Successful, so reading comprehension, so not just only say I want to know my children should be speaking, well, we always say these things now. Comprehension, do you understand what you are reading? Oral language is also very important. Oral language, oral instruction is very important. Successful literacy instruction develops students' skills and competencies that promotes their ability to learn to read and read to learn. It's a two-way traffic. Not just say I read 20 books. Do you understand them? Are you applying them? Is it meaningful? Are you developing skills? Are you gaining what the books have told you to purport to help you gain? So, the last fiction I'll be talking about is that the science of reading is a separate approach from culturally responsive teaching. That's a lie. Culturally responsive teaching and the science of reading share many features and work together synergistically. Children are most likely to develop lifelong learning reading skills. The brief say when classrooms are student-centered, inclusive, and culturally responsive. When the curriculum is rigorous and intellectually challenging, and when educators have high expectations. So yes, high expectations. I like Auntie Remy, Akwinka, my teachers, they have high expectations. So I remember growing up, I used to read a lot of Alawiye. My education was culturally responsive. Even though, like I said in one video, that we didn't have pictures of contemporary people in our books. Yes, but we have that now, at least to a good extent. But my education was culturally responsive to a large extent. I was reading things about Ineka and DB, not just, sometimes children these days, they are reading Snow White, these Moana, they are quite detached from the environment. Sometimes I even meet adults that they don't even know Nigeria, they don't know anywhere outside Lagos, Port Harcourt and Abuja. They don't know Abeokuta, just here. They don't know Ibadan. Our education should be culturally responsive. It will help people develop a love of learning, and if people know the application of what they are doing in real life, it will help kids and adults develop learning skills too. So 6 key competencies and skills that reading will do. Oral language, that is, it will help speaking and listening, and it will provide foundation for written language. Vocabulary, when a child reads, their internal dictionary will be comprised of words and their meanings when they read. Fluency, the ability to read connected text with accuracy, expression, and at an appropriate rate. As they grow, to improve. Comprehension, the complex process and ultimate goal of reading that involves constructing meanings from and interpreting text. Comprehension, that a lot of Nigerian adults lack. Comprehension, when you read, you get this. Phonics and instructional methods that involve systematically matching sounds with the letters that represent the words. The more those children are exposed to words, and like I tell people, if you want phonological awareness, yes, an awareness of speech sound, whereas phonic awareness is the ability to identify and identify and manipulate sound. So, phonological awareness is different from what? Okay. Phonemic awareness. Okay. Well, I think what this is just trying to say, right? Phonological awareness is that your child will be able to hear new. That's the name for this. Hear new words and be able to spell them. That's what a lot of parents complain. When they read more, they'll be able to get this. So you can see that this is not me that wrote this. Harvard Graduate School of Education. So I'm not trying to just sell books to you or anything. I know what reading can do for a child, what reading can do for an adult. I've seen it happen to children, and I want to implore you, get books from us, good books. Tell us your child's class. Even for adults, like I tell people, when you come to us, you don't even need to say, I'm looking for one book by a popular author. So, do you want a book on sexual violence? I'll give you a book, don't worry. There are books available, plenty of books. I can recommend books to you. Do you want books on discipline? Do you want books on your finances, consistency? We'll give you books, popular books or not popular books, that can help you on your journey. So yes, make sure that let's do life together in this new year. Let's achieve our goals together and read well. So looking forward to a 2025 that we are reading. We have podcasts where we talk about lifelong learning, reading, book reviews, and crucial conversations. You should enjoy our podcast. Look at it and just look at our podcast and see nice stuff you can explore for yourself too. So have a wonderful day. See you in our next video. Remember to like, subscribe, and be a part of this channel. Bye.